sex, hormones and relationships. In this video, we are going to take you behind the scenes of our 21-year marriage to reveal some of the secrets that you didn't know and also to empower you in your relationship, in your health. Ready? Let's get started.
Hi, it's Paul and Yulia here, certified holistic nutritionists and lifestyle coaches at Rawsome Healthy, helping you create a healthy body, healthy hormones, and the life of your dreams naturally.
Before we get going with our video today, remember to subscribe and hit the bell to always stay up to date with our latest videos. So, we've celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary. Woohoo! Congratulations to us.
Yes.
It's been 21 years of us being married, and we've been together since 1998. 1998. So in today's video we wanted to talk more about sex, hormones, relationships, and also what it really takes to create a thriving long-term relationship where both of partners are happy and fulfilled and excited to be together, and where you are celebrating health. Also, you're celebrating health as an individual and as a couple as well. Now, here are some very quick fun facts about our relationship.
Okay, so we met in Moscow back in 1998. I was on a week's trip to Moscow. It was in the middle of the winter there in December. Lots of snow, I remember.
Very cold.
Very cold, yeah, very cold. And I just had this, it's this perfect image of, what Moscow was like in the winter, it's
Moscow,
cold.
Russia, by the way.
Moscow, Russia, yeah, it was cold and ice everywhere and snow. And that's exactly what it was like. It was like picture perfect. So went to Red Square, visited the Kremlin, went all around Moscow, and it was just fantastic. I had a great time, and of course I met my future wife Yulia, so it was just perfect.
And actually a very interesting thing happened. The moment I saw Paul, I just had this flash. I just felt that he is the man I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. I just had this feeling, this sense that we've known each other before, and this is it. This is the moment that I was meant to experience. So back then we didn't have internet. We were writing letters to each other, and you were writing poems to me, and we were meeting, and it was like, obviously Paul was in England, I was in Russia, and then eventually we decided, hey, you know what? Let's get married, because it's just too difficult for us to be meeting for a week, 2 weeks here and there, and let's get married and be together. So that's what we did. And one of the things that I wanted to raise today in this video that is going to be so relevant, so you'll see how your relationship, your happiness together is going to link to the way you feel every single day, to the way you treat yourself and your health, and the way you view your health every single day, and then how that can give birth to a really beautiful relationship. Okay, before we get going any further, I have a question for you. Do you believe that your health affects other areas in your life? So do you believe that your health affects your relationship? And there's a direct link between how you feel and then how your relationship is. So post it in the comment section and let us know if you agree that yes, actually there is a link, and I do see it, or whether you don't. So let us know in the comments. So about 7 years or so into our relationship, I started to experience really big health problems with my thyroid, with my hormones, and also with my gut health and energy levels. So what was happening is that instead of getting better, I was getting worse. And the most frustrating thing was that I kept on doing diets and supplements and doctor's trips and naturopaths, and kept on taking endless remedies. I'm not that kind of chick who just accepts feeling bad for what it is, right? So if something is not right, I want to fix it. I want to find a way in the system to make it work. And I'm sure a lot of you watching us, you're the same person. You are ready to commit. You're ready to get going. You just need that right plan and coaching and support to make it happen. And then you can move mountains, right? So one of the things that was happening back then was that I felt so fatigued, so tired. And our relationship went from like, oh yeah, let's do things together, let's connect together, let's have intimacy together, to Paul coming back from work at 5.
Back from work at 5, 5:30, 6
in
o'clock.
the evening.
And you were still in bed or just getting out of bed. And you had no energy.
I had no energy. I had no
You felt sick all the
desire
time.
to go for walks and explore things, and I felt depressed because I'm not the type of person who gets depressed, but I felt depressed because what else can I do? I felt so low in myself. And the thing obviously about marriages is that when you are feeling that way, your partner gets affected. So Paul, tell us, how did it affect you? How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt quite sad about it. I felt
Concerned, I think.
Concerned, of course, yeah, concerned about it, and it went on for a long period of time. We were not talking a few weeks or a few months here. It was like a couple of years, and I was concerned, yeah. And I know we were trying all these different things, and you were trying different things, but nothing was really working, and you were stuck in the same situation, the same health problems, and it was a strain for sure, absolutely, for lots of different reasons.
Including intimacy also,
yeah,
which is such an integral part of every relationship, right? So,
absolutely.
Did you feel lonely? Did you?
Well, of course, yeah, you do to a degree. You do feel lonely, and obviously, when we joined together, we got married. You made that vow is to be for the rest of your life, and you're going to put everything you can into it. But obviously, it does eat away at you when all these kinds of things happen, and health issues come along, and they put a big strain on you. So it's not something I think you can sustain forever, obviously.
Right.
Not to have a happy life in marriage, for sure. So, you've got to find an answer. And this is what we were doing. This is what Yulia was trying to do, to find that answer.
And I want to talk to you about two types of pain that you can experience when it comes to actual pain, physical pain, right? So there's acute pain where, let's say, someone breaks a leg and someone breaks something. And this is just like intense pain that they are going through, and then it gets healed, right? And it's like usually about 6-8 weeks later or 6 months later. It's an injury that people experience. So that's acute pain, really intense pain. You have to do something about it. You cannot leave it alone. And then there is chronic pain. And chronic pain is unfortunately the type of pain that people get used to. Chronic pain is unfortunately the type of pain that people put up with in our world. So what happens when you start putting up with your chronic pain? Let's say, we are high performers. Paul and I are high performers. We have a successful life, and we want to keep on performing, especially me. I'm a driven female. So let's say, going back to the time where I was struggling with my health, if I left it there, if I didn't keep on striving to keep on investing in myself, keep on committing, keep on understanding, and you know what, it's not just me affected here, it's our relationship, and I need to find a system to make it work. So what happens is that you start to put up with it. And things in life, your performance starts to decline, your fitness starts to decline, your relationship starts to decline, your income starts to decline, and you're just accepting it. And every time you take that step down and step down and step down, you are making big compromises in your life. And eventually you find yourself in a place where life is not fun anymore. And
the months go by, the years go by, time goes by, and you don't do anything. So I'll do it sometime. I'll do something perhaps, but you won't do it. You'll just let the time go by, and before you know it, years have gone by. And,
decades. Some of our clients reach out to us and they say, "Well, I've had hormonal imbalances for the last 20 years." Okay, that's a long time to put up with it. That's a long, long, long time. Every single day, year after year, for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, putting up with this has to change. This has to change, because what happened after was that both of us came across plant foods, raw foods lifestyle. And even though I've tried every single diet under the sun, so many different diets, from keto, paleo, Ayurveda, anti-candida, whatever fancy names there are, from fasting through to
lots of different supplements,
endless supplements, meditating, Reiki healing, and past karma healing, and standing on one leg on top of the Himalayan mountains, and all these things. I've tried them all, and I know that a lot of people in our world, unfortunately, will say, "Well, tried it. That's just the way it is. I have to put up with it." And I really don't want you to be that person. I do not want you to be that person. I want you to trust the path and to know, okay, there is a plan that can help me. There is, and if I can't do it on my own, there is a coach who can help me. And even if you haven't achieved success before, I want you to believe that you can. I want you to believe, you know what, and I can put resources towards me.
And let me just say all credit to Yulia, because she never stopped believing in herself and finding that solution, and she did it. So you can do it too.
Actually, women are really good at this. A lot of women are, yes. So absolutely, yeah. And then you said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put resources. I'm not gonna complain that, hey, you know what? I don't have resources. Hey, you know what? I've tried it so many times, it didn't work before. Hey, you know, I've tried other diets, they didn't work. I've worked with other coaches. I did other programs. I took supplements, and there's like all the external things that you've done that didn't work, and you're just like, you know what? Well, I tried it. Don't be that person. Be the one that, you know what? Despite all those things I've tried, there is a system that can help me, and I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna implement it. I'm gonna find the resources. I'm gonna commit to my health, and this is what we did. We invested into ourselves. We paid for very expensive retreats, high-end retreats, where we learned the system more, where we practiced and mastered the system. We went to events. We went to, we did a course. We graduated as health coaches. So that search, that commitment needs to be something that is non-negotiable in you. Because let me tell you how this links to your relationship. When you start taking a step down with your health, with your fitness, with your energy levels, it starts to affect your relationship as well. Because when you start to face challenges, and everyone faces challenges, we went through challenges, we went through disagreements in our relationship. Our relationship is, relationship is all about learning and growing together. It's not about that sort of like perfect world
utopia.
Utopia.
It's never utopia. No.
It's
always got to work at it.
It's
work in progress. Always work in progress.
Yeah, and it's about power battles, which, by the way, you don't really get so much after 21 years of being married. You know each other. Yes.
You're always willing to say sorry and compromise and do whatever you need to do.
So then you start to end your marriage, or your relationship starts to do, and then you start to allow the same to happen to other areas of your life. You watch how the moment you let that health slip away, your fitness, your energy levels, your commitments to yourself, you able to invest into yourself, prioritize yourself, you watch. Then it starts to affect the other areas in your life. And the same starts to happen in other areas in your life. And instead of stepping into your greatness and achieving your true potential, you are that you see yourself, you perceive yourself as that little person who's disempowered, who's lost drive and motivation, who's not successful in this and that and the other. So that can happen.
It's that slippery slope.
Be very careful. Be very, very careful with it. So as a result of us committing to this, we turned it around. We turned my health around. We turned our health around. And also what happened, another thing, is that we really discovered a new way of living for us.
Absolutely, totally.
For our relationship. And when you go through stages in your relationship, right? So there's like this fall in love stage, and then you go through power battles, and you understand, okay, these are my boundaries, these are my partner's boundaries, and then you find some kind of agreement, and then you go into the next stage, which are kids. Yeah, so kids are born, and that changes your relationship. Again, if you have that commitment to yourself, no matter what, I'm committed to myself, to my body, to my hormones, to my energy levels, you will do the same for your relationship. You will do the same. And if your partner is willing to work together and grow together, then you'll experience a beautiful life, a beautiful relationship, beautiful levels of health. Yes, let's make it amazing. Let's see you stepping into your greatness. That's one of the reasons why we've created Rossum Healthy, which has been another amazing thing for a relationship, right?
Yeah, absolutely, totally. And it's been going since 2012, I think it was. We started it originally.
June 2012.
Yeah, we started our YouTube channel, and then since then we've coached hundreds of people, helped thousands all around the world. We've got a YouTube following, we've got a big email list, and we've been all around the world meeting people, and it's been an absolute joy.
Giving presentations. So
absolutely.
over 11 million views on our YouTube channel. Our message has reached millions and millions of people. And you know what? That's the commitment. That's the commitment to yourself, to your marriage, and then that desire to create a real difference in this world. And I can promise you, the moment you discover that healthy, fit, resilient person within you, that intelligent person within you, keeps on going, that driven person within you, that person who is willing to keep on building and creating health for yourself, you will want to do it for other people as well. You will want to do it in your relationship, and hopefully if your partner is on board as well, you can create beautiful things together. When kids come along, you'll do the same for your kids. I mean, Elanie is growing in a beautiful environment, and we really are raising a child in a very alternative way. You'll want to do the same for your kids. You'll want to do the same for the world around you. And do you see how things can start to change?
So let's be honest, the modern day, system that we have, medical system, it gives you crutches, doesn't it? It gives you lots of different tablets you can take and medications to put up with the pain or to dampen the pain, but not really deal with the root cause.
Cut out the organ altogether.
Or cut out whatever organ you have a disease with, rather than getting to the root cause of why it's diseased and dealing with that. So this is the kind of world we're living in.
The system gives you two choices. Medicate you or operate on you. That's it. These are the two choices you've got with the traditional medical system. And it's great, it has its big role to play. Absolutely, it saves lives. We respect it. But at the same time, it takes more than that to restore your health and wholeness, and to create that in your relationship as well, that commitment. Because again, when you're committed, are you committed to your health?
Absolutely, 150%.
I'm committed to my
always.
health. And if we both of us are committed to our health, do you think we're going to be more committed to our relationship? Do you think we're going to be more committed to achieving more success in life? Do you think we're going to be more committed to raising a healthy and happy child? Of course, absolutely. That level of commitment will translate into all other areas of your life and will change your life, completely change your life. Some of our clients were unable to get out of bed when they reached out to us for help. They've tried everything and they were suffering. And we saw them within weeks. One of the clients, remember Debbie, within 2 weeks, after years of suffering, she went on a 6-mile walk together with her husband. Imagine how different she felt. And she woke up with energy, and the next day she woke up with energy. They took their dogs, they went in the mountains. They have not had time together where they walked together for years before. Can you imagine how your life can turn around? And we've had couples with candida and gut issues, and then they got married, and then they had kids, and we've seen people go from, especially when it comes to couples and how it affects their relationship, it's a profound transformation. We've seen couples, whether it's a female or male, we've seen them go from being on the verge of having an operation to restoring it naturally, getting off medication, reversing their chronic challenges, reversing Hashimoto's, getting off thyroxine medication under their doctor's supervision, of course, getting off other medication, shrinking their fibroids, and all manner of miracles, literally.
Exactly, they are miracles for a lot of these people, because they have no idea that they can actually heal themselves. I had a lady just fairly recently, she had lots of gut issues, she had low energy levels, adrenal fatigue, and she couldn't get out of the house. Well, within just weeks, she was doing so much better. Her gut had improved greatly. She had more energy. She was getting outside the house, playing with her kid the way she wanted to, turning up for her, her child, and doing all the other things socially that she really wanted to do. And now she said to me just the other day, I've got the most energy I've had in years.
Yeah.
And that's from changing her diet. She had no idea that diet could have such an amazing impact on her health.
Yes,
it did.
Absolutely. And it has amazing impact on every other areas of your life, because your mind becomes clear. You have energy. You want to do better, whatever area we're talking about. Whether it's financial, whether it's sports performance, whether it's whatever, relationship, at any area, all of a sudden, I've got energy and I feel good and I feel more attractive and I have more libido and I have more desire to do things in my life. So all these things can change, and you are the one who can make it happen. So what can you take away from it? You can take away from it that you have been sent here for a purpose, and that purpose is to step into your greatness and really uncover your true potential, and to reverse the challenges, the health challenges, the diseases of the past, diseased way of thinking as well, diseased way of thinking, the neglecting and diseased way of connecting to each other and being in your relationship, and you can turn it all around and really step into truly empowered, different, energetic, high vibe life.
New you.
That is awaiting for you. So all you need to do is to cross that bridge and make that promise to yourself, and always keep that promise to yourself. So there are 2 steps that you can take towards creating that level of health and life that you desire for yourself. The first one is to book your call with us. So the link is in the description section. It's rossomhealthy.com/schedule. So book that call with us. It's a 15-minute call where we'll be able to talk to you and see if or how we can help you in your relationship if you're a couple going through struggles like we were before. And second, join our free masterclass. So it's a free online masterclass that will explain the 5 steps our clients use to lose 10 to 50 pounds completely naturally, reverse their hormones without ever restricting their carbohydrate intake. Our approach is very different to most of the approaches out there. We don't require you to restrict your carbs. We don't require you to cut out healthy sugar. We don't require you to eat like a berry a week. You can eat all the fruit, all the carbs you care for, and with other tweaks and changes to your diet and lifestyle, achieve incredible results. So the link for the masterclass is rossomhealthy.com/webinar. If you haven't watched it yet, thousands of people have, and you should totally claim your spot and discover the system in more detail. So thank you so much for joining us.
It's been great talking to you.
And we look forward to seeing you in our next video.
Yes.